Hello again and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. I am Zarkoon, and today I've got a video for you in the Tier 4 Soviet destroyer, the Gremyashchy. Lots of communism in this one. Just kidding, no. This is the first game that I've played in this ship, and it's a pretty decent game for the first game. I always record the first game when you get a new ship, and you see what happens. And in this case, it just happened to be pretty good. So you see we have a capture the base mode game on, what is this? This is Strait. Yes, everybody's favorite map, Strait. And so we have spawned in front of our base. So we are going to head towards it in order to defend it from the enemy ships, who are undoubtedly going to try and take it from us. Hopefully we will get support from our teammates. We'll see. So this Gremyashchy, it's a tier 4 destroyer, of course. It's got, I think, about 8-kilometer range on its torpedoes, and I think it has a 6-kilometer detectability range, which means it can stealth fire its torpedoes. Stealth firing meaning it's able to fire its torpedoes without being spotted. And as an inspiration on the commander that I am running for the Gremyashchy, I have Eric Bay, who takes down the detectability of destroyers even more. So I think the detectability on my build here is less than 6 kilometers, which is, just a tad bit more stealthy, and you can never go wrong, in my opinion, with making destroyers more stealthy. Now, unfortunately, the enemy is not doing what I thought they would be doing. I thought they would be appearing between these two islands here, because that's usually the case. But I have spotted nothing so far. There is an enemy destroyer off over that way. Looks like a German destroyer, so keep him in mind as we travel further into the base. It seems like the enemy has not moved from their spawns, so I'm going to kick on the speed here and try and reposition myself. Now you'll notice, or one thing I've noticed about this ship, is that these turrets turn unbelievably slow. I mean, look at that. You can outturn the turrets on this ship. This has got to be like the slowest turret traverse speed I've ever seen on a destroyer, and that is not an exaggeration. But, hold that thought for a second, because now we have come up on the Reds, and we have an Iron Duke just sitting out there begging for it, so we're going to launch some torpedoes in his direction. And we're going to see what happens. How much you want to bet he just sits there and doesn't move? I don't think he is AFK. I think he is actually playing. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But we've lost spot of him, but that torp salvo is looking pretty good, and it is about to reach its target. And, wait for it, he gone. You're welcome, T-Bull. Alright, so one battleship taken out, 36,000 damage done. Not bad. But we do have, I believe that was a Clemson approaching the base. So, and, we've got a Kuma out there. Now this guy does appear to be AFK, so we're just going to farm some damage off of him right now, because we've got nothing better to shoot at. So, we're going to switch to the AP. This was a bit of an experiment on my part. Like I said, this is the first game I played in this ship, so I wanted to see what it could do. And immediately, one Citadel. And another Citadel. So this thing's got pretty great AP. It can Citadel cruisers no problem, even at a range of like 6 kilometers. Now granted, this guy is not moving, so this, maybe is not a fair representation of what this ship can do. It's just target practice, really. But I'm gonna have to stop worrying about him, because he is AFK. He's not shooting back, not moving. He's definitely not at his controller. But there is a destroyer out there who definitely is, and that guy is gonna be a bit of a threat to me. So I'm gonna go after him with a mind to launch torps at that battleship out there to the... Yep, that is an Orion with a mind to launch torpedoes at that Orion. There's the Clemson coming around the corner. So we're going to unload some HE at him and see what these guns can do against, you know, enemy destroyers. And seems like they're decently effective. I think the reload time is a little bit slow to make it a super effective gunship when dealing with destroyers. And of course this guy has launched his torpedoes, but spotted them from a mile off, and they are very easy to dodge. That Kuma is about to be taken out, and I am going to launch torpedoes at that Orion. Unfortunately, the friendly destroyer decides to make a maneuver at the last moment, set a smoke screen, and I believe he is going to block most... Yep, look at that. He's blocked most of my torpedoes with his ship. So, of course, I get on the comm wheel and say whatever I said. Neptune's beard, you know, stone the crows. It's very annoying. Some of those torps might have hit that Orion and might have gotten me more damage, but looks like my friend there, his aim is pretty good, and it does appear that the Orion is going to take at least one, maybe two torpedoes. Nope, just the one. But somehow I finish him off with my lucky last shot there. So there's 2 kills to my name, 49,000 damage done, and the base has been protected. So now we will move into phase 2 of the battle. So at this point I'm just thinking I want to find the remaining enemy ships. We are ahead on ship count here. They have lost 5 ships to our 3. All that is left for them is a battleship, cruiser, 2 destroyers. And there is the battleship. It is a Koenig. And he, you know, being all alone and isolated out here with no visible support at the moment, none that I can see anyway, what a very inviting target. He is gonna, you know, he's basically out there, he's asking for some torpedoes. And we are just about to be in range. And luckily, you know, as I said before, the Gremyashchy can stealth fire his torpedoes. So he's unlikely to know that they are coming. Somebody has launched torpedoes at him already, but I kind of want to get closer. And you know, maybe actually I am not going to stealth fire these torpedoes. It looks like I am trying to get as close as I possibly can. And we are coming up on him about 6 kilometers out. We are spotted. Gonna start opening fire to see if we can't get, you know, a fire lit on him. He is firing back. He just clipped me there. So I'm gonna launch the torpedoes now and drop the smoke so that he can no longer see me. And we do get a fire, which he does not put out because I'm not sure if his damage control is on cooldown or if he's already used it. But that torp salvo looks mighty good, and indeed it is. Another battleship taken down in another devastating strike. High caliber metal, 72,000 damage done. Not bad. Of course, you know, this is not like record-breaking numbers. It never is when I'm in a destroyer, because I'm not, as I've said many times before on this channel, a destroyer player. And also, this is lower tiers, tier 4. So I feel like you tend to not do necessarily as much damage down in these lower tiers, especially when the enemy team folds like paper, the way this one has done. Now there's that German destroyer, the V-170 out there. So we're going to open fire on him, and we're going to see if we can't take him out. We are at 3 kills, and there are 3 enemy ships left. It would be possible to get the Kraken Unleashed medal if we can take out this V-170 and 1 more ship. And of course there is another destroyer out there, so it's possible. We are working on this V-170. We have another fire going on him, so that one's gonna burn, I think. No, it's not. He's popped his damage control. I thought he'd already done it. Well, it doesn't matter. He's got 3 enemy ships shooting at him. We do take out his engines, and then we take him out. Now all that's left is this Acasta, and if I can take him out, then of course I get the Kraken Unleashed medal. If I can't, then whatever, we still win the game. So I'm going to give it my best try. I want to avoid these torpedoes. Luckily they run out of juice before they get anywhere near me, and the Acasta is making himself quite the easy target. So, well, you know, I say that and then immediately miss, so make of that what you will, but unloading on this Acasta, he can't see me, he's firing at somebody else. It's perfect, and unfortunately somebody else takes him out and we don't get the Kraken Unleashed. Isn't that how it goes? Well, that's it for this one. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.